1, 2, 3. They're still married. They're still married. They're still married. For now.
Hello, my name is Zachariah with Old Man Gaming. With me is my beautiful wife, Melissa. She's in her beautiful glasses, trying very hard not to fall asleep by the look of her eyes.
I don't know what is happening. All of a sudden, my eyes just
It's finally going to happen. The prophecy is coming true. I said it was going to happen while playing this game, and it's going to happen. Halfway through this episode, it's just going to be you guys hearing snoring and me trying to, make excuses for her. She works really hard, guys. She hasn't been feeling good lately. She needs her sleep. That's what it's going to be.
I don't know. All of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, my eyes just are so heavy. I don't even feel like I'm going to sleep. I just want to close my eyes.
When we started this episode, we have to get through it. You have to soldier on. Do you want me to, slap you or something?
No.
Okay.
No.
And get you some more nuts.
I'd like some more nuts. I'd like some more water, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Some more nuts? And some more water? Some more hot water?
Cold water, please.
Sure you don't want hot water?
What is the arm gesture?
My wife is blissfully ignorant of quotes that we both watched.
Are you referring to hot water coming from your boy parts?
New Girl. Do you remember New Girl when Nick cuts her off and he's like, the tap is off. No more hot water. The sex tap is off. No more hot water.
I don't remember that specific line, though.
Oh, it's in there, and it's hysterical. All right, so I somehow have to give my wife nuts that aren't mine because she never wants those.
Almonds.
So you got to entertain them.
I will read this. We're arriving at Soda Springs. Can you get me water too, babe?
Yeah, I heard you.
I
need your thing.
Yeah, you need my cup. Even from yards away, hissing pools of naturally carbonated water can be seen bubbling forth. This is Soda Springs, a notable landmark for travelers and tourists alike. I feel like Zach would love this, since he likes weird, gross, static, bubbly water.
I would love it. I got a Soda Stream.
I will say, I do not like to drink that water. I think it's disgusting, but could you imagine, bathing in that?
No. Well,
and feel the little bubbles come up your butt crack?
That'd be cool. It'd be like a natural hot tub.
I think it'd be really cool.
Like a natural jacuzzi.
Jacuzzi. Another New Girl reference.
That's a New Girl one.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to, but wouldn't it be little itty bitty bubbles, not big hot tub bubbles?
I don't know. I mean, it'd still be I don't know. It'd be nice.
I want to know where Soda Springs is in real life.
With actually carbonated water. Not that kind of carbonated water, but the water that I drink out of Soda Stream or something. I'm also adding a flavor to it that makes it sticky. Whereas that wouldn't be sticky.
You would hope.
It wouldn't be. There's nothing sticky about that water. There's nothing sticky about naturally carbonated water.
Have you ever drank your Soda Stream without flavor in it?
I haven't. I think that would be awful. Because I don't like water, for starters.
I think it's awful it doesn't taste like water, though.
What? No, because I put flavoring in it.
You ever drink just straight soda water?
Welcome, everybody, to the Do You Like Water podcast. On NPR. That would be an NPR show. 100%.
Probably.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm sure there's an NPR show right now that's about water. All right, so we can rest. We also have a quest that we can talk and continue. Let's do that first. Is that all right with you?
Mm-hmm.
Leader of the pack. And then we got Charles and Jane. This
Almost everybody in sight has a cup or a bottle in their hand. There's people in the water. I wouldn't drink it when people's dirty bodies are in there.
They didn't have that kind of knowledge back then. All right. Charles or Jane? Who are we doing first?
Jane.
You know who that is, right?
Hello again, travelers. It's certainly amazing how often we meet on the trail. Isn't she the one that we had to pretend we didn't know? We hadn't seen?
No,
And
no,
that
no,
was
no.
Emily.
It was Emily. It was Emily.
Emily.
No, this is the one of the family that we keep running into and having to, like, save their kid.
Oh.
And then create a doll for their kid. And then, like, all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Mary. My little Mary has not stopped talking about you folks since we last met. You really left an impression on her. She keeps asking questions about your group, but I have to keep telling her I don't know. Perhaps you'll take the time to talk to her. I could use a quiet moment to catch up on some reading.
I feel like I've raised this fucking bitch's kid.
She's just by the water. Don't worry. I've been keeping an eye on her to make sure she doesn't run off again. Jane points to the spring where little Mary is playfully splashing.
Shall we talk to little Mary?
She just lets her little kid play in water?
Hey, this wasn't even before
Wow.
like seatbelts. This was before cars on. Safety wasn't a thing.
Children still drown.
That's true. It's probably the leading cause of child death, but you know, there was no way to tell that because nobody kept real records back then. So, do you want to talk to little Mary?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Mommy said I might see you again. Did you come to play in the water, too? Yeah. I want to feel that shit in my butt crack.
The mom's like, oh no, I made a terrible mistake.
Yay, it's fun. You'll see. Mommy says you can use the water here to make a special drink. Can you show me how? Well, you take gin, and then you mix the quinine.
Yeah,
Little
it was
Mary
real easy to watch little Mary after I gave her the gin.
jumps and splashes in the spring with joy, spraying the group with water. The party spends some time showing Mary how to make a carbonated drink from the spring water. Mary is eager to take the big gulp of the effervescent beverage.
Wow, this is so good. The bubbles tickle my throat. Read it for you on that one.
Little Mary drinks the beverage with a speed and alacrity,
There it is.
perhaps benefiting someone twice her size. It isn't long before she begins to hiccup. That's the gin.
I love the idea that whoever writing this game, this just simple game, is like, I gotta get alacrity in there.
Right?
Like, I gotta go deep on my vocab. Like, I feel like a lot of it is like that sometimes. Like, waiting for orotund to pop up.
Hick. Ah, my tummy feels funny. Hick. Mary clutches her stomach. Moments pass as she struggles against the inevitable. Was she gonna fart? Oh, burp. Oh my, I'm sorry. Please don't tell Mommy I did that. She'll be upset about my bad manners. Mary frantically apologizes for her belch, looking thoroughly embarrassed.
Just the nice mother comes over and just starts decking her. Just
Our kid would burp and be like, did you hear that?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Travelers here clearly aren't shy about trying the famous bubbling spring water. Almost everybody in sight has a bottle or cup.
That's the second time you've read that.
It is.
Charles.
Sure. The water here is naturally carbonating, meaning it's got bubbles in it. Try mixing it with a drink or two of your own. Make a drink. Oh, they're more almond, aren't they?
Yep. Because it's good. It's good water.
What are they mixing it with?
What?
The party pours some of the water into their
Recycled urine.
canteens. Ew. Mixing with drinks of their own to make a delicious soda.
Alright. So what do we want to do? We could try. I don't think we need to trade. I think we got everything we need.
Yeah,
I think we should
some.
just maybe move on.
Do we need to rest?
Do we?
Do our ox need to rest?
Do they? Grace is down 2 because Luna keeps screaming in the night, and we're down a couple of health, but that's not going to be helped by resting. And Ira's a little down on hygiene. So your call.
What about the ox?
They're good.
Okay. Then move on.
All right, let's do it. Because the fort is really close, if I recall correctly. Because I've gotten past the fort in my solo game. Fort Hall.
Mountain men, immigrants, and Shoshone alike.
All right, dragoon or hunting?
Hunting? Wait, where? Oh. Okay, whatever.
Oh, I thought you had selected hunting by saying hunting.
No, I was confused looking at it. It's fine.
Oh.
Leaves the wonder of Soda Springs behind. It's a short stretch to the safety of Fort Hall. What's wrong?
There it is.
Uh-oh.
No more grease.
Uh-oh.
Sharp, heavy rock.
Warped by the impact.
Look at that, though.
We
Look
have
at
a
that.
wheel.
We got the wheels, baby. We got the wheels.
Grace removes the damaged wheel.
Grace. What is it? Overflow. Oh, is that right? I think you need to restructure that sentence. Like something like, hey, Mom and Dad, can I watch my tablet?
Can I watch my tablet, please?
Yeah, that's better.
Did you turn off the TV downstairs?
Okay. No!
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 What did you do? Oh my god. Oh my god! I want a divorce right now.
It was her! It was all her fault!
Oh my god.
What did we lose? Fish? Lost all the fish.
Oh my god. We lost our wagon wheel.
The other wagon wheel. It was her! It was your daughter!
Oh my god.
I did not play it.
No, you didn't. Dad is just using you as a scapegoat.
I'm not! She distracted me. Thought I was on discard. I thought I was on repack. God damn it. Can't get it back again.
Gotta be kidding me.
Sorry. You still got that stupid banjo and violin, though.
Yeah.
So we only have 56 minutes of food now. Alright, it's okay. I'm gonna get some more meat back right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sure?
No. Not at all. It's gonna be all boxes again. They're too goddamn fast and small. Boom! First! One and done. Give me some more. Okay, alright. That was understandable. Nope. Got it.
Come on.
I got him, I got him. Got him.
Oh, get him, get him, get him, get him. Damn it.
80 pounds, though. We're back on top. It's all good. What else did we lose? That's what I'm trying to remember. Because there's 4 things that dropped. Man, we are ready for a crossing.
Yeah, we are.
Alright, Dragoon either way, I guess. Which
Yeah,
one? Top or
I don't
bottom?
care.
A little hygiene drop there.
Repack.
Let's just fix this first.
Ow! My chips are not strong enough.
If we restore Ira's health, we get something.
Well, the weird dog again. Didn't we do this before, or was this in the private?
It doesn't look familiar to me.
Okay, alright.
A happy-looking dog stands beside the trail, wagging its tail. If the hound is domesticated, there doesn't appear to be anyone around to whom the dog may belong. What should be done? Approach it? I mean, Levi was a farmer, right?
It's your call.
I'd say Levi. The dog wags its tail. No signs of aggression. Ask who where its owner is.
The dog.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I was questioning. I wasn't actually saying.
I'm sorry.
Is it January in here?
Alright, so... No, it's July. Feed the dog, pet the dog, leave.
Leave.
You don't want to feed or pet the dog?
Alright, fine. Feed the dog.
So cold-hearted. Only 5. Although 5 pounds of meat is a lot to feed a dog. Here.
Yeah, that's
There's
insane.
an entire deer leg.
Dog continues to wag its tail, happily waiting Levi's further actions.
Pet it?
I guess pet it. I mean, at this point, why don't we just bring it with us?
Yeah. Wish you could. You do lose the hygiene from it, though.
Yeah, because dogs are gross.
Leave?
We don't have any other option.
I mean, I guess we could sit here until the time of the episode runs out. Read, woman.
The dog barks as the party leaves, seemingly saying goodbye. Ooh.
That usually gives a morale boost, too, but I think we all had full morale.
Grace needs energy.
Okay, I'm letting you do this one.
What is this?
So, Dragon Sighting. I've done this before.
Stay back, citizens. There's been a murder most foul.
Somebody got a little crazy with this event.
Oh, I see. You're the group that the captain's got hunting us down, eh? I had you pegged the minute I saw you. Detected his intuition, as it were. I could use an assistant on this case. Very well, if you help me track down the killer, I'll return to the captain, as soon as I am able.
Are we investigating?
I mean, I guess.
It's your call.
Sure.
You could just be like, deal with it yourself. Move on.
I mean, has there really been a murder?
Yes. I've done this one.
Yeah, investigate. I'll have the case solved in no time at all. Okay. I've compiled a list of clues, suspects, and pieces of evidence. Simply tell me what you wish to inspect, or let me know when you're ready to make an accusation. Overview. Oh my gosh, hang on.
It's a lot of reading. I'll tell you what. I'll read the character voices when we get to their interviews.
Alright. Everyone present is part of a wagon train heading to Oregon with the exception of Quill, who arrived only yesterday. The others have been together for the better part of a month now. Some have known each other longer, some less. Until now, there's been no infighting. Our victim is one Elias Farthing. He funded the expedition and was its de facto leader. He wasn't well loved, but as far as I can tell, he also didn't have any explicit enemies. For the most part, their journey seemed to have been normal, except that they've been harassed by thieves a lot more than usual. These thefts have been targeted and efficient. It's like that somebody on the inside has been helping them somehow. I've compiled a list of clues, suspects, and pieces of evidence. Simply tell me where.
We got suspect dossiers, interview suspects, make accusation, investigate evidence.
That word is dossier. By the way, I think we should look at the dossiers.
All right, suspect dossiers. Let's do it.
You're an asshole. Alright, I think first we need to look at Quill. Quill Peabody is a reporter, one of those academic types. Certainly not the kind of man I'd pick as a killer, but you never really know. He doesn't seem bad, just timid. He reportedly came here to speak with the deceased. I know they've conversed briefly before Elias perished, but you're better off asking Quill about the details. Sorry, not much to go on here. He is not a long-term member, which makes him a bit of a mystery. Still don't reckon he's got murder in his blood. Oh, right. As to physical attributes, the man wrote his sample right-handed and wears large boots. Being a reporter, we have plenty of samples of his handwriting, though not an exact match to those found at the scene. His samples were the closest match of the group. Wait, do we know what happened? Like how this person died?
You have to investigate the case.
Okay.
You want to back out and do that first?
Yeah.
Investigate the evidence.
Okay. I've assembled all the evidence. Let me know if you want to take a closer... Okay, yeah, crime scene. The body of a middle-aged man lies face down in the mud, his fatal wound clearly visible in the center of his back. His body is sunk deeply into the mud, suggesting it's been lying there for some time. Several boot prints are scattered about in the mud. Only one distinct set stands out of average size. The man's clothes are intact, except for some stains from the rain and scattered mud. There are no injuries anywhere other than the fatal one on his back. It's unlikely that he fought against his attacker. Nothing else about the crime scene stands out. I estimate the time of death to be about 8:30 last night, caused by a single clean stab wound to the back. How'd they get a knife? The footprints...
They did the bitter winter drill.
Apparently. The footprints make for a difficult clue, unfortunately. The only footprints that are visible of those made after the rain had started.
Guys, is it okay if I have something?
There's only one left.
What?
Yeah. You have whatever you want, but there's only one left.
That's not good.
Alright. We found a letter on Elias's body, but it was so rain damaged as it was illegible. Still, there is a bit to be gleaned from it. The handwriting was messy and certainly wasn't written by Elias's hand. You ask me, this is our motive. The killer wasn't able to retrieve it, though I can't say why. Can you turn that down, Stella, please? From what we can make out, it looks like it's addressed to an external party rather than someone from the train. This is likely how our mole was communicating with the bandits. Unfortunately, the rain did them a favor. It's not much use to us now. I've assembled all the evidence. Oh.
Murder weapon, right?
Yeah. Elias was killed with a single thrust from this knife. Of that much I am certain. It's a standard hunting blade that can be found anywhere as long as you've unlocked the winter map.
The bitter winter journey.
With one distinct feature. It's been customized to have a left-handed grip. That's our biggest clue. As I said, the knife is otherwise unremarkable. The blade itself isn't warped at all, and it's unlikely that Elias fought back. The position of his body also supports this. The untarnished condition of the blade also suggests that it was used efficiently, which means our killer was almost certainly left-handed.
Alright, so now, the suspect dossiers, I'm assuming.
Dossier.
That's what I said. Alright, so you remember the Quill one, or you want to go back to it?
No, I'm good. I'm Quill. Gareth Fairfield was the manservant of the deceased, his butler, if you will. As far as I can tell, the man has been nothing but loyal up until now, but who knows what could have transpired between the two of them. Gareth wrote his sample with his left hand and is of average foot size. We have the samples of his writing from his personal belongings, and none match the letter found at the scene. This is the only fellow who seems distraught that the murder occurred at all, that don't absolve him, but his reaction strikes me as genuine. Though he is still a suspect, as is everyone, but who ever heard of a butler being responsible for murder? What?
Of a butler being responsible for murder.
I know, lots of people.
This was before the butler did it, was a thing.
Okay.
But that's the joke.
Alright. Kellogg Hardin. Kellogg Hardin isn't the kind of man you want watching your back or your front. He is bad news. He's garnered some infamy around here and never killed a man, far as I know, but done all sorts of bad besides. He is our prime suspect. He's also a long-term enemy.
He's a long-term enema of the Marshal.
Of Marshall. The two have been at odds for years, as far as I can tell. As to his physical characteristics, the man claims to be ambidextrous. He wears average-sized boots, and though he was equally skilled with each hand, his handwriting sample was horrible. I'm not sure if he is just an ugly writer or if he is faking it. Maybe the letter is not a clue. We've taken the liberty of compiling some information on...
You've already read that like 3 times.
Gurney Goldman is the sort of fellow who'd buy out his enemies rather than kill them. Never met a richer man than this, at least financially. He is not without problems, of course. Wealth is both the source of his power and his ever-present demon. Old Gurney wrote his sample right-handed and is small-footed. His writing sample was neat, but not quite a match for the letter we found. This isn't the kind of man who gets his hands dirty, but if he had to, he's definitely of the backstabbing sort. Hard to say how he's involved exactly. Marshall Brennan.
Sorry, but I'm trying to stay quiet because I know the answers to this one.
Marshall Brennan. Only really a suspect by circumstance, but we should cover him in fairness to the rest. Marshall wrote his sample right-handed and has a fairly small shoe size. I must say that his handwriting was truly terrible, as bad as Kellogg's, if not worse. Don't tell him I said that, though. Marshall, the impromptu sheriff of this wagon train, he's the one that's been keeping the bandits at bay. Though, depending on who you ask, he's not doing the best job.
That's all the suspects, my dear. Now we get to interview them. And I will read their reactions as I promised. Which one?
Gurney.
Oh, yes, what is it?
Pick one, I don't care.
I was relaxing in my wagon.
Is he really nice or no?
It's what I'd be doing now if you weren't accusing me.
Across
At one point, I heard gunshots. I went outside to see what the noise was, and I didn't see anything unusual. That was at exactly 8 o'clock by my watch. So I went back to nurturing my favorite hobby, being alone.
I'm be like, I was watching Netflix.
I was Netflix and chilling. I knew almost nothing about Elliot, or Elias, whatever his name was. We were companions of circumstance. I don't believe we ever even conversed. You want to examine him?
Yeah.
Gurney is a thin, stern-looking man. A golden pocket watch hangs at his waist. Beck?
Yep.
Who's next?
Was it Kellogg Hardin that was the Long-term enemy?
Yeah, he's the super criminal.
Yeah, let's see him.
What do you want?
I don't want your life.
I don't want your life. It's a little bit lower than what I was doing. I'm going deep. I should go like super deep for this guy. That's what I'm going to do from now on. Alibi? I was punching out camp, practicing my aim.
What?
No idea what time it was, but I wrapped up and came back to camp. On the way, I passed by where Elias died, though it was dark enough that I couldn't see anything. I didn't notice some fella scurry off in a hurry, but I can't give you much more than that. My money's on whoever that was being the killer. Victim relationship? I can't do that voice again, so I'm going to do something different. Elias saw the fella around the time and again, but I didn't care to know him, and he didn't care to know me. He wasn't one to get involved with shady folk like myself, so our paths hardly ever crossed. Not much else to say. Examine?
Yeah.
Kellogg is a vicious-looking man whose hands are never far from his holsters. It's evident that he's spent plenty of time outside of civilization and outside the law. A large, fresh bruise adorns the right side of his face. Wondering about the bruise? Well, I got Marshall to thank for that one. Two of us ain't exactly friends, but hitting me was a first. Not quite sure what I'd done to deserve it. You'll have to ask him.
Good to know.
Who's next?
Let's do Marshall.
How can I help? I saw Kellogg heading off with his guns at the ready, so I decided to follow him. That must have been around 8:30. Unfortunately, the rain made it hard to follow him, so I returned to camp. By the time I made it back here, Elias, poor man, was already dead. You ask me, it's no mystery who done did the deed.
Who?
Kellogg, that's what he's saying.
Oh.
Victim relationship or hit Kellogg?
No, victim relationship first.
Elias was a man who hired me to lead the caravan. He was a man with his demons, like any of us, but maintained his honor as long as I knew him. What happened to him was a damn shame, you ask me. Damn shame.
Maintained his honor, sure.
Hey, Kellogg?
Mm-hmm.
Saw that, did you? Well, I'll make no excuses. I hit him all right. You ask me, it's not even half of what he deserves for killing Elias. Why do you think it was Kellogg? Not much for detective work, are you? If his shoe size fits those found by Elias's body, the blade used to kill the man was fitted with a left-handed grip. Kellogg is ambidextrous. He was also unaccounted for at the time of the murder. I'll make him pay for what he's done. You mark my words.
All right.
Do you want me to examine?
Yeah.
Marshall is a sturdy, stout man with a confident posture and grand, tidy beard. His clothes are immaculate. The only note of disorder is a large purple-blue bruise adorning his left hand.
So he definitely hit the other guy.
Mm-hmm. Quill, last one.
Sure.
Can I help you? Let me think. I went to bed around 7, perhaps. I'd only arrived in the morning before, so I was still tired. Certainly not in the mood to be wandering around or conversing with anybody. I couldn't fall asleep for some time. I heard gunshots at one point, but it wasn't until after the rain had started that I managed to fall asleep.
Alright. Victim relationship.
I'm a reporter. Elias and I had only properly spoken the once, yesterday morning, in fact. He told me he had news to share, but he had to procure evidence first. Frankly, I was and remain baffled. I don't know what news he was talking about or what evidence he was attempting to produce.
Not necessary.
Can I help you?
Examine.
Quill Peabody is a tall, thin, well-dressed man. He seems bothered by the rain, and his eyes are nervous, darting around from the gathering group. All right, Melissa. That's it. That's all there is to it. Who done did it? Are you sleeping?
No.
I thought I heard a snore there.
No.
All right, who done did it? You're going to have to prove it, too. I'm going to tell you right now, I knew at this point.
I think it's Kellogg.
You sure you want me to do that?
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you this. Do you want me to tell you who the actual one is so that you don't get it wrong?
Sure.
It's actually Marshall Brennan.
Really?
Yeah, you missed one key piece of evidence, which is the reason I knew. And that's why I didn't get all the details right, but I got this right. Get those eyes open. We are in an episode.
My eyes are open.
I watched them. You look like a fatality in a Mortal Kombat. Which hand was bruised on Marshall from hitting Kellogg?
Oh, his left hand.
And his handwriting sample was terrible when he did it with his right.
That is true.
He's left-handed. He's lying about his hand.
Okay.
He's the only one lying anywhere.
Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't get all the details right because I didn't catch all of them. Because, like, what he makes you do is he makes you go through why. And, like, some of them, like, oh, I don't know this one. And then I figured it out from the two. We're almost done.
I'm listening.
I'm watching your eyes. Like, I know what's happening. Don't even argue with me. All right, so how do you figure that? See, he is not right-handed. And then you say he...
Bruce.
Bruce, yeah. Therefore, he swung with his left hand. Now, here's the tricky part. Because there's no prints were found in the mud, but you realize this is the thing that was tricky. If you go back to Quill's, and I noticed it the second time around, he heard the gunshots before the rain started.
Okay.
So the actual crime was committed before the rain. So the boot marks
We're from after.
were from after the rain, so they're not even his.
Okay.
It's from somebody else. So you say wasn't muddy. And then you say wasn't raining. And then you say he was interrupted. Because the whole reason he thinks it's after the rain is they didn't take the letter.
Okay.
But you realize that like he didn't take the letter because Kellogg was coming back and saw him.
Right.
And I missed those two details, and so I had to go back and figure them out. But Kellogg interrupted him. And then you realize that Marshall Brennan, the whole thieves thing, Marshall Brennan has been feeding the thieves their movement in order to allow them to steal.
Okay.
He's actually the ringleader of the thieves. So, just so that everybody knows out there, I'm a better detective than Melissa, which she might not argue with because she keeps falling asleep right in front of me, 2 feet from my face.
Not true.
Yes, true. You know it. That's why you're grinning. So, did it. You got Marshall.
Sweet.
We did it.
That doesn't like get us anything.
They got us another Dragoon medallion, which is a tradable.
Oh Jesus.
Hey! There you go.
Bass player is quite good. More importantly, did you manage to bring our instruments? Yay, we did. Get them out of our freaking thing.
Take them.
Everything seems to be in order. We'll see you at Fort Boise
Boise.
for the performance.
Zena waves goodbye. You're snoring.
What?
Picking it up on the mic.
Oh, gosh.
Hi there, name's Raymond. I don't suppose you could spare some change for this old performer. Could you? Just a few dollars short of some new boots. You want to give him some money? Raymond seems like a skilled at playing double bass. He'd be perfect. Why didn't he just talk to the people who took the instruments? Why did it double up on that? Do you want to put him in the band?
Yeah.
My God, we are just about to make it. You gotta stay awake. I know this is a long episode, but you gotta stay awake.
Join a band.
Sorry, no can do. I'm giving up on music. Okay. Just compliment his playing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're just gonna agree with anything I say right now. You're very talented. This is what I've been afraid of. The prophecy has finally fulfilled itself.
I'm not sleeping.
Very kind of you. Idea of my
Calloused
life.
fingers.
Got blisters on me fingers. You can say express desire for bass or mention the cold.
Bass.
Yeah,
Not bass.
That's what I
It's not a
said.
fish.
that's what I said.
It's not what you said.
That's how you get her to wake up, everybody. You just say wrong words. And then bam. She's like, she smells the correction. Alright, so what are we doing? We're so long in this episode.
First one. Leader of the...
I'm trying to get through it so you don't fall asleep. Thank you for the compliment, strangers, but I don't want to be stuck in the same rut I've always been in.
She's gonna go live in the mountains.
He really wants to live in the mountains. Let the boy live in the mountains. They really want you to like convince him, man. Like I don't even have an option to be like, okay, here's $5. Discuss clothes making.
Yeah, that's a weird option.
Say when the PlayStation starts.
Do you remember the adulation of the crowd?
That's the PlayStation.
I know. Performing in front of others is a lot of pressure, and I've never been particularly good with crowds. I'd much rather keep the company of some close friends. I want to live in the mountains. Why are we badgering him?
When Raym... Who should attempt to take advantage? Nobody.
I guess Grace, since this game really wants us to convince
What don't we
Raymond.
do?
You wouldn't have any friends in the mountains, Raymond. Not a one. You'd be alone for months with nobody to talk to. Do you understand? She's like, you're gonna die. You can't make it in the mountains. We've suddenly become the naysayers in every, teen movie. Well, you think you could sing for a living? You nuts. Grace delivers a final blow with calculated precision. I never thought of it like that. I guess I'll just be miserable and continue to sing. Well, except for the bears and wolves, they could keep you covered. Jesus Christ, Grace!
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Wait, she's named after my middle name. Stella Gordon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's your middle name. This is kind of brutal.
She almost sleep there. She almost sleep there.
I'm not sleeping.
We got his
You
clothes.
almost sleep there. I saw you. You were saying like that.
I'm not sleeping.
You're doing that. I know you were doing
Okay, all right,
that.
stop. We got to get through this. We're 43 minutes. Spiders a double bass. You recognize the careful.
Bass.
We gotta carry it now.
Jesus.
I'm so glad we browbeat this man into doing the thing he hates, so that we can carry his fucking cello around.
If you're looking for other instruments, I hear there's a salesman in Snake River. Why is he telling us about that? We're not going to sell his bass.
No, before more instruments for the band, I'm assuming.
I mean, are we joining the band?
We'll see how much I can get
Yes,
for my
we
double
are.
bass.
Yeah, but he says no need for that now.
Goody. Bye, Raymond. I mean, I guess the least we could do is carry his cello around after we literally forced him to do everything he didn't want to do.
Right.
We made it to Fort Hall.
If he was going to give it to us in the first place, he should have just been like, oh yeah, I'll keep playing. Here, can you carry this for me? Okay,
Right.
bye. Like,
Mom.
we convinced him to keep playing and then took his instruments.
Yeah.
Water supply is
1
low.
mile away. No, I say no. Mosquito water.
You know.
We're 1 mile away, guys. Jesus. Like, it's right there. Like, could you imagine dropping down? You could see the fort, and you're like, I've got to drink this mosquito-riddled. Like, Grace, look. Just look. No, too thirsty. All right, we did it.
Do we have to find water?
No, there's no measurement of water, so those are just part of the events. Who should we heal automatically? I'm guessing Ira, right?
Yeah.
We've unlocked a new journey, the bitter winter.
Nice.
All right, so that's it. That's it. We're going to be done with this episode now so that Melissa can take her nap after sleeping in. All right, you guys can reach us on Facebook at Old Man Gaming DH, on Twitter at Old Man Gaming 9. Sorry for the long episode. Hope you enjoyed it, Jackie. We'll see you guys next time. As long as you keep watching, listen, we'll keep making them. Who knows what we're playing next week? If it's more Oregon Trail, it just is. That's what it is. Old Man Gaming is now Oregon Trail Man Gaming with wife. That didn't make sense. Bye, everybody.
Bye.